Okay, so my name's Phil, or Fresh and Minty as I'm known on social media, and this is my 1985 Honda Acty. I think my main reason I got into cars in the first place was basically pop culture. So my first car was actually a Vespa, 1957 Vespa, because I was into music, that kind of bands had got scooters and stuff like that. And then after that, I then bought a 70s Triumph Dolomite after watching various 70s cop shows on TV. And then it just kind of followed from there really, in terms of getting interested in different types of cars and getting interested into the design of cars really, more than the cars themselves, and seeing different models that were a bit different, that just I got interested in. I wanted a Bedford Rascal, which is a similar shaped van, since I was a teenager. I couldn't tell you why. I just saw them driving around the streets and thought, I like those. They're quite different. They're a bit square and a bit simple lines and kind of miniature version. So I like things that are kind of small as well. So I was browsing Instagram, and on the suggested posts up popped this little Acty van, and I thought, oh, I always wanted one of them. And it was actually in the suggested post, so I think Instagram must have known that I like minty cars, and obviously had seen that I'd been liking mint vehicles, so that's what it recommended it anyway. I followed the owner, and I said, let me know when you're selling it, because I'll want to buy it. And then he replied back saying it's for sale. So I thought, well, I've got to buy it then, haven't I then? So I took 3 trains down to have a look at it, all one-way tickets, in the dark in winter, and there wasn't really much chance of me coming back and not buying it. So I bought it, headed back up home with it, and the journey back was all fine and everything was good. The reason I actually bought it was for a daily driver. So at the time I was driving a Nissan Elgrand, so I was getting 23 miles to the gallon, and I just got a new job, 70 mile round trip a day. So I thought, I'm not going to be able to do that in that kind of economy. So I bought this on the basis of it being nice and economical, and it is, but it's not very luxurious. So it was all not very good heaters and steamy up windows, and you don't realise the luxuries of a modern car until you try and drive something like this every single day. So it soon became, from being bought as a daily driver to being gradually becoming a show car over the next year or so. So it had been painted in mint green graffiti paint. The bodywork wasn't the best underneath that graffiti paint, but it was MOT'd, it was all running fine, so it kind of did the job that it wanted to do. It got a few mods to it, so it got some mini wheels on adapters, and it kind of got a bit of a Japanese style to it, so it got the oil cooler look and front skirt on it. But apart from that, it's pretty standard really. Everywhere you go, there's always an interesting story. It always feels like it's an achievement to get to your destination. It's so small, and you get so blown around by other trucks driving past you and things like that. It just feels like when you're buzzing about town, it's good fun. And as soon as you get to like going long distances to shows, you just, as each bit goes, you're going, oh, I've got a bit further, I'm going to make it, I'm closer now. And then eventually, like within 10 miles, you start getting confident that you're actually going to make it. Then yeah, like I say, it's a real sense of achievement. Some of the longer shows I've been to Goodwood 3 times in it now over the past few years. And they're like, as I say, I don't really do a 55 miles an hour. It feels like you're doing 70 and the speed is a bit lower, but you're going all out 5-hour journey, 1 stop off for petrol halfway, and you just kind of bent over, cramped in a little tin box basically. So yeah, it feels hard work.